Today I want to showcase a new feature of Claude. So yesterday or 2 days ago on 9th September, Claude announced a new feature called Create and Edit Files. So I quickly go through the announcement and then I will do a demo so you can see what this new feature is offering. I have to say it's really cool and super powerful. So Claude can now create and edit files. Claude can now create and edit Excel spreadsheets, documents, PowerPoint slide decks, and PDFs directly in Claude AI and the desktop app. This transforms how you work with Claude. Instead of only receiving text responses or in-app artifacts, you can describe what you need, upload relevant data, and get ready to use files in return. So they have a little demo here. So this is super powerful. I don't know about you, but in the past, using ChatGPT or Claude or any other LLM chat UI, I keep copy-pasting around contents, especially in presentations, in documents. So why not just let the AI create the files and basically give access to and create files on the fly. So without ever needing to copy-paste content back and forth. So file creation is now available as preview for Max, Team and Enterprise Plan users. Pro users will get access in the coming weeks. So they kind of slowly roll out this functionality to the people. What you can do. Claude creates actual files from your instructions, whether working from uploaded data, researching information, or building from scratch. Here are just a few examples. Turn data into insights, give Claude raw data, and get back polished outputs with clean data, statistical analysis, charts, and written insights explaining what matters. Build spreadsheets, describe what you need, financial models with scenario analysis, project trackers with automated dashboards, or budget templates with variance calculations. Claude creates it with working formulas and multiple sheets. So this is super powerful, especially if you work with spreadsheets all the time. Just give me a starting spreadsheet with already very complex formulas, and it's super powerful. Cross-format work, upload a PDF report, get PowerPoint slides, share meeting notes, and get formatted document. Upload invoices and get organized spreadsheets with calculations. Claude handles the tedious work and presents information how you need it. So in my demo, in a minute, I will actually just point to a website, and why not just showing the prompt. I want to create a company presentation about NodeHive Headless CMS. So this is a product we are working on. Take the relevant data from the website, nodehive.com, keep it simple, include the key features and benefits as well as pricing. Try to match the website's design. So this is exactly that. So any input format, it could be a PDF, it could be a website, it could be a couple of PDFs, and just, munch it, change it, refine it, create insights, and then the output could be a PowerPoint presentation. So this is very powerful. I tried it a couple of times for the preparation for this video. The output is okay-ish. Obviously, you can work much more on the prompt, but specifically the design is a little bit limited. You will see that in a minute. Actually, I just fire up the prompt because it takes a while to run it. So I just fired the prompt I introduced before. Now it will look up the website, fetching the information, and then try to get more information about the pricing, etc. I just let it run so we can go through the announcement even more. So whether you need a customer segmentation analysis, sales forecasting, or budget tracking, Claude handles the technical work and produces the files you need. File creation turns projects that normally require programming, expertise, statistical knowledge, and hours of effort into minutes of conversation. I think this is really now a functionality that gives a lot of benefits for people like me and probably like you that had to do this work manually, even though we have the access to LLMs and chats that help. But now it's like an end-to-end process. You just use the chat UI and you get the full document out of that. So this is very powerful, and still, obviously it's an LLM, it can still hallucinate, but yeah, just the way and the speed it creates these documents is insane and very powerful. How it works, Claude's computer. Over the past year, we've seen Claude move from answering questions to completing entire projects, and now we are making that power more accessible. We've given Claude access to a private computer environment where it can write code and run programs to produce the files and analysis you need. So as I understand, and I think there is a Hacker News post, I will link that in the description. Somebody analyzed what it is actually, and as I understand, it's a Dockerized Ubuntu Linux container that has a couple of commands. It's limited commands, but it can run Python code, and it can also run npm code or JavaScript code, and has access to a limited amount of npm code, as I understand. So it's possible to, so it will use software, it will create software code, which then actually creates the files on the fly with all the context you give through the stuff. And this is interesting because now you can combine and plug different systems. First of all, you can use this new Claude's computer infrastructure, but you can also integrate MCP endpoints. So think about that. You can use an MCP to your email mailbox, or you can use an MCP to your content management system like Drupal using the MCP module, pull out data from there, and then just make up a presentation or a report, etc., etc. So this is very interesting now, this development, and Claude kind of leads this now with this new functionality. This transforms Claude from an advisor into an active collaborator. This is just what I said. You bring the context and strategy, Claude handles the technical implementation behind the scenes. This shows where we are headed, making sophisticated multi-step work accessible through conversation. As these capabilities expand, the gap between idea and execution will keep shrinking. How you get started? So you need to enable that in Claude's settings, upload relevant files, etc. And then you just use your prompts to actually do the stuff. And by the way, you can also download the file or directly save to Google Drive, which then is available for your team, etc., etc. So from here, I leave it like that for the moment. And just one thing, this feature gives Claude internet access to create and analyze files, which may put your data at risk. Monitor chats closely when using this feature. So it's just a hint that for now, when you actually upload your own maybe data that is maybe should be protected in some sense, just be sure that you know what you do, and that you're allowed from a legal standpoint to do what you do, because now we have some compute on the LLM side which really can send data to other services, probably depending on what you ask in the prompt. So this is interesting that they specifically point to that point, that there is a risk about your data. So consider that. So now let's go back to my example. And so it seems that it's already created. So what happened here? So it looked up a couple of information. Let's make this slightly bigger. And so now it's creating here so it seems to create MD files, some scripts. It uses Python here to probably create the presentation. Here it's actually creating the presentation. Voila. So this is create Node Hive presentation JavaScript, and then voila, it was created. Gives me a summary of what's there, and now we can watch what we have. And so the Node Hive website uses this slide green. So let's see if it's kind of using that green as well in the presentation. So yeah, more or less, Node-Hive Headless CMS, your open source digital experience platform. What is Node-Hive? Some information about it. Oh, that's nice. Key features. Why choose Node-Hive? The benefits. Then also the pricing is here. It's actually quite powerful that it could go to the pricing page and basically copy over that here. Would take me quite some time to do that. Then some organizations that already use it, the technology behind getting started, and a call to action. Yeah, I'm a bit baffled now, so it's quite powerful. Even though from a design perspective, I really don't like this, but as an inspiration, why not? And I can see that I can use this feature to do maybe a competitor analysis, to do an analysis about my content on the website, maybe identify missing points, and instead of having the answer in a chat interface, why not just generate a presentation which I can easily consume and easily share? So this is super cool. Feels like a new tool set in my toolbox. Yeah, I wanted to demo that. So nice feature from Claude. And let's see how that evolves in the upcoming weeks and months. If you like content like that, consider subscribing. I will do more videos about AI, about software development, about digital strategy. So yeah, please consider subscribing and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.